In this episode of Gollywood a Day, Road to Networks, we're going to film the next 3 days at a private ranch in Wichita Falls. Now with a cast and crew of over 40 plus people, it's not just filming we're going to be doing, we're going to be living together. So you got to keep that vibe right, the energy up, and make sure that everyone is happy, because these are not going to be easy days to film. But the sunrises and sunsets make it all worth it. Let's take a look. What came in clutch for us was, again, my good friend Smith Walker, who not only opened up different locations and businesses for us to film in Wichita Falls, but he opened up his ranch to us. And this ranch was beautiful. And not only that, it was set up with a house in the front of his property for people to stay at. It was set up with this huge kind of like warehouse setting where we could set up all of our props, everything that we needed to, and it became our home base for us, and it was awesome. But he took us out on this one little wild trip, and he let us use his jet skis, and we filmed Kirsty, you know, the key person behind the mob boss, and we filmed these awesome scenes with her on a jet ski, and I got the drone in the air to get her. But I think what came out of that was really awesome, and we really learned how to film on water. So Smith Walker was gutting out one of these houses that he had extra on the front of his property, and we decided to use that as a location and a home base for all the cast and crew. So everybody brought air mattresses, sleeping bags, and everyone slept in there. And we only had running water, but Ali was able to hook up a great breakfast selection, and we made that kind of like where everybody would eat, gather in our home base.
It's lunchtime. They got lunch spread out in there. We'll go check it out. Here we go. Got done with our early morning shoots, even though it's now late lunch, but man, I'm exhausted. I did super splits on the car to get some really crazy point of view shots.
So the next thing that the team went out and did was they shot this scene where there's this checkpoint, and in the storyline, basically, you know, the government has set in martial law into effect, and they're doing these random checkpoints to make sure that these people have these mandatory microchip things in their arms because they're controlling the population and controlling our communication. So it's kind of a scary scene, a little bit dystopian, and that's what they're doing next.
America has just been attacked.
By order from the governor of Texas and the president of the United States, the state is undergoing a mandatory lockdown.
Chaos took over when the newly instated VP put into a strict curfew and martial law, and mandated that every citizen get injected with a gateway chip.
On the Walker Ranch, there were so many different locations you can pop to. If you drove, you know, 100 yards that way and 100 yards that way, you were somewhere different because of all of the natural surroundings and the way that he built everything up. We had the Red River where we were gonna film some scenes. We had this dried up waterfall that we were gonna film one of our chase scenes. Then through the woods, had so many trails that were already put up. It was just amazing and an honor to film on a location that we had our way with, and that's a key to a good production.
So at this point, there's been a lot of intensity in the film, and this is a scene where but also, they need to prepare mentally for the big battle that's to come.
After Kyle's murder, I couldn't be in Dallas anymore, and I had to come home to the country. These new rules aren't American, and something corrupt is going down. I can't stop thinking of revenge, but we can't beat the marshals in the city. We have to find a different way, and we can't do it alone.
We have a common enemy, and in Texas, we have our ways to get around the outsiders. Now's the time to put behind our past discretions and do whatever it takes to stop this breathing virus.
We're ready.
Good. Let them come.
We have the advantage here.
I made a promise, and I plan on keeping it.
It's time to burn the boats.
The warrior spirit is within us.
This is God's country.
So it's been a long day for everybody and an even longer week, but there's still one more scene to shoot, and that's when the characters need to get locked and loaded for this upcoming big chase scene, an even bigger fight scene. So let's check it out.
Not a capture mission. Do you understand me? I want blood at all fucking costs. You understand?
Now, we finish it.
I'm aware of the bonds that were created today. When you told me that sure there's a way